Hi, I'm Marshall. I'm the owner of Going Gear, and I'm here with my buddy David, who is the owner of 4/7s. And we've been doing this video for a few years now.
Yep.
We're going to do it again. So I did a lot of videos at the SHOT Show in Vegas. David's in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta, so it's a lot easier for us to come back here to Atlanta and do our SHOT Show video here in his lab. Call this thing your lab with the 3D printer and all his fancy electronics and stuff, because it's quieter and we can spend a little bit more time taking a look at new products and prototypes and stuff like that. So you ready to take a look?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah. So we're going to go through a couple of our lights that we released at SHOT Show 2014. The Atoms and a couple of the Maelstroms, as well as some upcoming accessories and our upcoming Bluetooth flashlight. So first of all, we have the Atoms. We have 5 different models currently, and basically the design philosophy for the Atoms is pretty much as small as possible, as simple as possible. These 2-level flashlights are it's very minimalistic, yet and very, very compact, and that's the design goal. So first one is the Atom AL, which is based off the CR123A battery. As you can see, it's not much bigger than the battery itself.
Now when you talk about size, are these actually smaller than the minis?
These are actually smaller than the minis, which is quite an incredible feat in itself. So that's the Mini 123, and you can see probably 20-25% smaller, more compact. So
no reflector in these, no switch, none of the stuff that takes up space.
That's right. So that's part of how we did it. We took out the reflector, and so the design is such that the light is just a wide angle 120-degree beam without a hot spot. So it's primarily for close-up work within 10 feet or less. So it's a different kind of light, but it'll fit on your keychain much better due to its small size. So as you can see, there's no reflector. In lieu of that, we have a kind of a glow-in-the-dark element in the back, which will glow after you turn it off. We also put a magnet in the back. Was that in the frame?
It was.
Okay. Really? Okay. So yeah, that was one of our Bluetooth lights going off. But all the Atoms have a magnet in the back, a neodymium magnet, which allows you to attach it to any kind of ferrous material easily, so that you can go hands-free. And what it also allows is it allows us to use the Atom headlamp kit. You simply put it in it, and it attaches with a magnet, and the hexagonal tail holds it in place, so you don't. So it's a single hand operation to turn on and off. And the headlamp articulates. You can rotate it and also change the angle on it. And the whole setup is fairly lightweight, so you can. It sits on your forehead pretty easily.
So it looks like the way the design is, you could also wear that on the side of your head or anywhere else, as opposed to a traditional headlamp where you had to kind of wear it on the front of your head.
Right, right. So if you wear this on the front of your head, you kind of look like a unicorn, but so some people prefer it on the side of their head. But there's another advantage in that because it kind of sticks out a little bit, for those who have glasses, it kind of reaches forward and then down and out. So,
yeah, that's always been a big complaint about headlamps for people with glasses, is they reflect off the lenses themselves.
Yeah, yeah. So the beam pattern is quite unique in that there's no hot spot. It's just one wide angle, beam. The advantage is that you don't, with a flashlight with a reflector, you have to kind of aim it to where you want to see. And more often than not, your peripheral vision's destroyed, and you end up having a blinding spot. Whereas this is just a nice, even a reading light. There's people who use it as a reading light.
So just 2 outputs on all 4 models?
Yes.
Or all 5 models?
On all 5 models. So this is on low, so we've got one with a 123 battery, one with a CR2, one with a AAA, and one with a AA. I think somebody just did a runtime review on the AA version, and I think it was like 12 days nonstop or something like that.
On the low?
Yeah, on low.
And then, so the AAA one we have here, this is the red one, right?
Yes, that's the
They
red
actually
one.
have red output on it. That's
There we
pretty
go.
cool. I like red.
Yeah. So why red? Well, red actually preserves your night vision, keeps your eyes from dilating, due to so that you can look away from what you're shining at and still be able to see at night. So if you're stargazing or you're a pilot and you're reading a map in a low light situation, this is great for preserving night vision.
And the other AAA version's the titanium one, right?
Yeah, we don't have those anymore, unfortunately.
Those are gone?
Those are gone. We ran them for the USN folks, and we might do something like that this coming September, but we'll see.
So those aren't a production item?
No. All these are stainless steel.
So what's the fifth atom?
Oh, the fifth one was the white.
Oh, okay.
Versus red.
And that is still available?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's the atoms.
And these all work with the headlamp kit?
All of them. The kit comes with different adapters, so you can place the light in here without, it holds it in there. And a lot of people don't know that these headlamps actually work with minis as well. The kits come supplied with O-rings that will let you just slide in the minis, and you can use these headlamps with the minis as well.
So any of the atoms, any of the minis?
Yep.
Other than was it the MLR2 that it doesn't work with?
Yeah, the 2AA one. You can actually get it to work, but it's going to look silly. With a big,
you have a
long
light sticking out 6 inches from your head?
Yeah, something like this.
Yeah.
You don't want that. So that's here's the atoms with the kit. It's a great combo. Yep.
And the kit's called, was it the 360 headlamp?
We call it the 360 headlamp kit, and we just kind of experiment with it as an accessory, but actually a lot of people don't even know the combination of it makes a headlamp.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Thank you. So should we move on?
Yep, what's next?
So, let me set the atoms aside. We'll take a look at the Maelstroms, and we've got 2 new Maelstroms, and I'll start with this one, the big one. This is the updated version of the MMU, which is a single lithium-ion cell that's rechargeable, proprietary battery type. And what's unique about this one is we've got 3 LEDs. Putting out a maximum of 1,600 lumens out the front.
So same interface on this one as the previous?
Yes. A low
26
and a high.
650s?
Yeah.
Wow.
You probably.
Yep, that washes out pretty much completely.
Yeah. So same interface, just high and low, and it's very simple for a good reason. High and low are what 99% of people will use, and 1,600 lumens in a fistful is unprecedented with this kind of size factor, and it's rechargeable.
So the 26 650 lithium-ion battery.
Yep, and I'll pull it out and show you. We supply our own cells with a protection circuit in the back, and we don't suggest you use any other cell but ours. So these have protection in them.
Is that because of issues with overheating or anything like that, or?
Generally, it's not overheating. The cells, well, the two reasons. There are bare cells, 26 650 cells. Without protection, we never would advise anyone to use a lithium-ion cell without a protection circuit in it, because it's just plain dangerous. Secondly, other people's cells may not be able to handle the current that this particular light uses. You'll see burst current up in excess of 5 amps, and the protection circuit in ours does fine with it. Other cells will not do that well. It'll basically shut down.
So the protection circuit will kick in and just the light will stop working?
Yes, yes. And so we get a lot of calls. People say, hey, something's wrong with my light. It shuts off after 2 seconds or something like that. Well, make sure you're using our batteries. That's key. Another thing is we use 4 amp hour cells. There's a lot of people claiming 4 amp or 5 amp hour, but they're pretty much lying.
So those have been legitimately tested at 4 amp hours?
Yes, these are. Yeah. So we sourced good cells and the proper protection circuit for this light.
Good enough reason for me.
Yep. So simple, 2-step, 2-stage output. So the next light is the Maelstrom MMR-X, which is our first USB rechargeable 18650 tactical flashlight. So it takes a standard 18650 as well as it comes with a special cell that allows you to charge via USB here. And you have to use our cell in order to be able to charge. You can use other 18650s, but you won't be able to use the charging feature. But our lights come with a battery, it comes with a charger, the cable. Anywhere where there's a USB port, you just plug it in here. That's a micro USB. And that solves one of the biggest problems with the rechargeable lights is you always have to pack a recharger with you.
Or losing the cable or anything like that. Most people probably have 30 micro USB cables around their house.
For sure. So you bring one cable for your phone and your light, and you don't need to bring a charger. It's ready. And while it's plugged in, this will light red to indicate that it's charging. When it's done charging, it'll turn green. And it's got the standard stainless steel strike bezel, which you can switch out for the included flat black aluminum bezel that some people prefer. It's more subtle and doesn't get in the way. It also comes with a kit that you can convert the tail from a tactical style switch to a flat reverse clicky. See that?
Will that let a tail stand?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can stand up like that. So it takes care of 2 different kinds of markets. One for tac people who want momentary, and people who want a reverse clicky that can tail stand like that.
So what kind of lumens are we getting on this thing?
800 lumens, which is, I'm probably saturating your camera already.
That's all right.
After 1 minute, it'll slowly dial back down to 400 lumens, simply because the aluminum in the flashlight is not enough to dissipate all that heat. So it dials back to 400, and you can barely notice. You'd have to have a meter to tell that you're down to 400 lumens. If you need a burst of 800 lumens again, you turn it off and then back on again, and you'll get right back to 800 lumens.
So how many different outputs are there on this thing?
It comes set up with just high and low. There's high and low. You toggle between the two. However, you can reconfigure it while you're plugged in and charging. If you turn it on, you can choose one of 5 different configurations.
Oh, wow.
First configuration is just high, nothing but high. We have a lot of tactical folks who they want their flashlight to do one thing, and that is one level, the max, And then you can go all the way to the 5th mode where it has everything from SOS, strobe, beacon, even a moonlight mode that will run 30 days nonstop.
Wow.
So, and one other thing to mention is the light retains its IPX8 water tightness, which is 10 feet, 30 minutes, as long as you screw it back down right here and like that. It seals. There's O-rings up here as well as down here. So when you screw it down, it retains its water tightness.
That's another issue I've seen with rechargeable lights is they have little rubber pieces or something like that that'll cover that up, and then that breaks off or you lose it, and all of a sudden your light's not waterproof anymore.
Not good, not good. So, we kind of, when you have it screwed down, you can't even tell there was a port down there. So its design is, I'm kind of proud of this. It's very small. People have been asking for an 18650 flashlight. Well, here it is, with a lot of extra bonus stuff.
So what's that on the other one right there?
Good question. So this is, we've still have not decided whether to do this or not. People have been asking about like a 1-inch adapter for the MMR-X as well as the cork lights. And the reason for our hesitation is that these lights are not designed to be weapon mounted. The MMS and the MMX are designed to be weapon mounted. They have special design up front as well in the tail to secure the battery within the flashlight. The Quarks and MMRX are not designed to do that. So we've been playing with adapters to make the body 1 inch so that it can be mountable. But the downside is people put them on their rifles, send thousands of rounds through them, and may run into issues. So Marshall, you got a little heads up on this that it may or may not happen, though. So
all right,
everyone take note.
We may or may not see this one this year.
So please don't ask about it because it may not happen. But if it does happen, we'll probably even keep it pretty low key and sneak it into our lineup without much fanfare.
Sure.
But there's a small group of people. They're not professional military or law enforcement folk, but they just want to mount their Quark or MMR on their hunting rifle or something like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
And for light use, it probably would be okay.
It'd probably be okay. So anyway, so another accessory that's coming are filters for the MMX, as well as for the Quark flashlights.
So people have been asking for these for a while.
Yeah, they have, and they're not that hard to do, but we finally got on it and made these. So probably I'd say Q2 we should have them. These are just prototypes still. They're not done yet.
So standard red, blue, green?
Yeah, red. I think this is blue and this is green. You can't tell.
The anti-reflective coating makes them.
Yeah, and all of these are, it's not the plastic cheap stuff that you see hanging around. These are all glass, and they're optical grade coating so that it resists scratches and lets out as much light as possible. So they're more expensive, but we feel like it's better to do it right the first time.
So are these a for sure thing?
These are for sure.
Okay.
It's just a matter of finalizing some of the details.
Great.
Yep. Let's see what's next. Oh, okay.
Prototypes.
The prototypes. Okay. You guys saw some of this end of last year. This is actually a 3D printout of the Bluetooth flashlight. I guess we can slide these over. And they've been under continuous development, and we're working out a lot of the software, the app, and various things needed to make this happen. And it's still in progress. We don't have an exact ETA yet, but today we can show you some pretty neat stuff. I'll just pull up my app and see if I can turn it on here. We got a FOURSEVENS app here. It's not in the store yet, so don't go looking for it. So the point of this is I've got 4 flashlights associated with my iPhone here. The point of it is number 1 is to have a wireless leash type functionality where your flashlight and your phone, your smartphone, are connected, almost like a leash, such that whenever they separate, the flashlight will go off. Okay, yeah. Marshall's walking away with a phone. Yeah, let's see if these flashlights go off or not. He's probably like 15 feet away, and oh, one's gone off. See? Okay. That might be the only one with the firmware that'll do it, but so the flashlight will go off and the phone will go off. In addition, the app itself will immediately log its GPS location. So, for example, if this was attached to your keychain and you lost your keychain, well, your phone would record where you lost it.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard that on camera. When I got probably 15 feet away, the phone went off as well.
Yeah. So if maybe you left your phone instead of your keychain or your flashlight, well, your keychain will go off, but you can also retrieve its location. You can have the app send it to, let's see, what is this stuff? Yeah, we can have it send to Facebook or Twitter or something like that. I don't know if you actually want to do that, but anyway, see, there's a location here. See, we're right here, and pretty neat. So, you can stick one on your kid and then know where you last dropped them off or something like that. I don't know. Your dog.
Where in Disney World you lost them.
Yeah, yeah. So there's a lot of potential, and we'll probably do the wireless leash functionality as a separate app, and eventually we'll do other things such as be able to program the light to have a different interface, or you know, there's a lot of potential. You can check the battery level. Actually, we actually already have that. See, all my lights are fully charged right here. And so I'm going to set them all off just for fun. Here, I'm going to set them off here. That's 2, that's 3. I don't know if your camera is able to capture that.
Yeah, it's pretty much a white screen at this point.
Okay. It's not pulsing or anything like that?
It is pulsing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'll start shutting them down, but yeah. And this is all through the Bluetooth standard, which is pretty secure. You know, people can't hijack your flashlight or your phone. And you can also page your phone as well. So I'm gonna hold this down.
So standard kind of once you pair it with the phone, it takes it out of pairing mode, right? Oh, there you go.
Yeah. See, I just used the light to ring my phone. Turn that off.
So if you forget where you left your phone or leave it at a party or something like that, you can go and find it.
Right. Right.
Cool.
Or maybe you walk to your car and then all of a sudden the light on your keychain goes off and you realize, oh, I left my phone.
Yeah.
You know, so good stuff, good stuff. So of course we share this at our own peril. I'm sure competitors watch our videos a lot. So
not to mention everybody asking, when's it going to come out? When's
exactly,
it going to come out?
Exactly. So please don't ask, but anticipated second, third quarter, at the latest fourth quarter.
These are pretty compact, about the size of like a key fob for your vehicle, remote entry kind of thing.
We wanted it to fit within your palm pretty much.
Absolutely.
And it's powered by a single lithium cell, and it should last, you know, if you never use the flashlight functionality, it may last 5 or 6 years.
What kind of output are you going to get on these?
We should be in excess of 500 lumens.
Oh, wow.
Let's see here.
So these are XML2 LEDs right now?
Yeah, they're XML2s.
So these are obviously different versions and different firmwares.
Yep.
So
Yep. And eventually you'll be able to update, as we have new software, you'll be able to update through your smartphone.
Oh, great.
iPhone or Android.
So you won't have to send them back to FOURSEVENS to get the latest, greatest version.
For sure.
Awesome.
And we might even add some, you know, interesting stuff later on. We've already got some neat stuff in there, but I better not show it today.
Yeah,
so.
The capabilities are just, I mean, you can go pretty far with this. It's kind of interesting to see where you started. I mean, just the stuff popping up in your head about where this can go is pretty interesting.
Yep. So this is very exciting. It opens up a whole nother horizon for flashlights.
Cool.
Yep. You see there's a little blink right here? I believe that just means it's paired up.
Oh, there you go. So a little red indicator on the side of this, or on the side switch.
It flashes blue
just
as well,
to show.
actually. So yeah, look for this. It's coming up. It's exciting stuff.
Neat.
Yeah.
All right, David. Thank you for your time.
Absolutely. Thank you.
See you next year.